Hey, what is up, fish fam? Today just doing a quick tour of what's going on in the garage. We're gonna start over here with some plants. I got some live Spanish moss that I picked up while I was in South Carolina. The succulent planter is doing great on this piece of driftwood. A little bit of water, but a lot of misting. And everything is growing in really well. All these different cuttings are starting to root in. And this betta sorority tank is doing okay. I ordered 15 fish. Unfortunately, I'm down to 10. Long story with these, and I was gonna do a whole separate video on this particular tank and never got to. But what happened was I thought I was ordering US fish, but these were definitely direct import. They came in sealed individual bags, and I didn't get any footage. The water was literally disgusting that they came in. They were marked with all kinds of writing that I didn't understand, and they were in these press sealed bags. So the people that I got them from literally probably got their import order in, collected a bunch of bags, threw them right in the box for me, and never even changed the water or anything. So I've had some losses, but I feel like 10 out of 15 still isn't bad for these beautiful fish. I did just recently add some snails, and these are all the plants from Dustin's fish tank, which are growing like crazy. Still got pretty big algae blooms, and that's probably because of the aqua soil that's buried beneath and the fact that there's a whole bunch of fish. But overall, with some extra water changes and some testing, everything seems to be working out okay so far. Up top here, I got all kinds of tomato plants, pumpkin plants, zucchini, and a whole bunch of other stuff growing, getting ready for the spring garden. Hopefully in about another week to 2, get planting. Got some extra tanks in back, and this tall terrarium is doing really well. I did take the light off of the 150 and bring it over here, and it really illuminates these tanks really well. We have the quarantine tank doing great with these 2 longfin platinum mollies. We have this tank, which I think I want to call it Dragon Cove. This is going to house the samurai betta, and this thing just got planted up about a week ago, so I got a little longer to cycle. It does have the Higer hang-on back canister filter with a 30-watt heater, and for such a little pump, it is way too overkill for this tank, but I can turn it down more if necessary. But I'm in love with this tank. This is the little betta paludarium, and you can see here the samurai betta is doing great in this tank, but it is definitely time to move them to something bigger. Hopefully this just becomes either snail, maybe a couple shrimp. And then we have this tank. It does have a Higer hang on the back as well, one of the bigger sized ones, with a very large heater. A little overkill for this tank, but I already had it, didn't want to buy a new one. Kind of a twinned island kind of look to it. Got some Val and some large leaf Anubias. The spider wood just keeps throwing out all kinds of fungus. I keep scraping it down with a toothbrush, So it is gonna be a while before this tank sees anybody in it. And I have no idea who I'm gonna plant in it. I just wanted to aquascape this. And some of these rocks, because I didn't wash them, they came out of the garden. I don't know what they are, but there's little seedlings sprouting of something. And for now, I've just left them. Over here we have the 150. And everyone is doing great. Now that I don't have the 6-foot light on here though, this whole section of the tank, probably about 2.5 feet of tank, almost all dead space for the most part. It's really just swimming space for the turtle. There's a lot of algae on this glass. I didn't clean it. But here is the soft shell, or as my kids call them, Godzilla sea turtle. Just a little shop light up top. And his makeshift floating dock, which is pretty cool. This was all just done with some spray foam and sand. A couple plants stuck in. He never, I say he, I'm pretty sure it's a he, but I'm not sure. Never actually goes up onto the land, but he is constantly resting on this dock. And this was just a regular tote, couple holes in it for some ventilation, which clearly definitely not enough. But yeah, it's working out really well. I keep feeding him shrimp and a lot of hot dogs. He really enjoys the hot dogs, honestly more than the shrimp. Has eaten some grapes. Has no intentions of trying to bite the fish or anything like that. And everything that they say online and other videos on YouTube, for the most part, they say this turtle's supposed to be like super aggressive, probably would have killed these fish by now. Let me tell you, these fish pick on him. When it is feeding time and those hot dogs or shrimp hit the water, if I'm not using this long, this is like a 3-foot skewer, you know, for doing marshmallows or something. If I'm not using the skewer to literally put it right in his face, these fish rip it away from him, and the fish probably get more than he does. I have not rescaped this tank. I literally slid everything over to try to bury the aqua soil to keep him from digging. And then this whole section is just open swimming water and where he burrows in the sand every night. So he's got a solid, you know, half the tank to himself on this side. And then the rest of the day he perches right on that pipe and chills, literally waiting for food with the rest of the fish. But yeah, super quick, wanted to show you what's going on today. And that's really it. Guys, hope you had a great day. Enjoy the video. Thanks for stopping in.